All right, we are here with a programming alert for our series of the investigating the BMF in St. Louis. Unfortunately, or fortunately, my daughter had a baby this Tuesday, and we usually tape. We were going to tape on a Tuesday night. Couldn't do that, and we're going to have Chris Ebner on, who's a DEA agent. We're going to talk. That's got you to laugh. And we're going to do Dewani Wire next week. We've also got something coming up with Donnie White. Good case with him and his posse. They were offing some people back in the day. But we apologize that we're not going to get an episode out this week. But sitting to my right is John Davis. You guys hear about him every Friday. He is a sponsor of the show. And we had him on. So if you like these kind of stories, we had him on tonight. We just got done with our interview. That was a pretty good one, wasn't it, Danny?
Yeah, very enjoyable.
And then Danny's to his right, and then at the far right is JJ. And we're our normal on Monday cast for those that don't watch that. But we have a great story this week with JD. We talked about Tommy Anderson. And Tommy Anderson is was a marijuana dealer, and took marijuana dealing to another level back in the from 2008 to 2013, and we talk about that with how many pilots we had? 3 pilots involved,
at least, yes.
And we had some harrowing flights, a lot of money seized. The World Series was involved, so we had it all. But you guys will enjoy that. That's coming out on Monday, and if you don't like our banter and our silly bullshit, you can just fast forward it. Just look in the description and go right to the JD section. But no, and I also want to say I really appreciate all your guys' support, and Joe and I for the Federal Fridays, and John too. And
it's a big hit.
We're going to keep going in. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to do some different stuff, and we're going to have JD's. One of our and that suggestion about the defense attorneys.
Yeah.
To do a series on some of the famous defense attorneys that have gone through St. Louis, and John's going to help me do that, and we're going to do that. We've also got a suggestion to do the Jerry Lewis Bay and his crew.
Yeah, that's a good topic.
What we can do, I think we're going to do is try to do is get Harry Hager and Tom Dittmeyer and who prosecuted that, I believe.
Yep.
And get them on and talk a little about that. Hopefully Sal Sierra, but I don't know that. I've been told that Sal might be a tough get.
I've secured for the Jerry Lewis Bay show, Dean Martin Bay.
He doesn't stop. No. He does not stop.
And there's some of our humor that you may find before the Tommy Anderson story coming up on Monday. But again, like, subscribe, and share. That really helps us out, and that's all we really ask you guys. And we look forward to doing more stuff. And we look forward to all these suggestions in the comment of who we might be able to, what might interest you. Again, we got the 2 suggestions of famous defense attorneys and the Bays from you guys, and we appreciate that. So any suggestions you got, we appreciate them. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace. Be safe.